hello. Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. For those who actually work Monday through Friday jobs or who this is your last day of the work week. So, yay for that. Um, I'm so glad you're all here today. So, let me go ahead and first off, I'm going to put this up right away because I'm going to zip over and do all my stuff on YouTube. So, I want to put the poll out. So, this is our poll today. I like this bread best: banana bread, date nut bread, monkey bread, or zucchini bread. And the reason we're doing this poll today is because it's National Zucchini Bread Day. It encourages bakers to make this delicious bread. Many explorers who came to America brought back what they considered strange foods, including the zucchini. The zucchini eventually found its way to Italy, where it was named zucchino. Native Americans referred to zucchini as something eaten raw. However, we all know that zucchini tastes best cooked, especially in bread. Zucchini bread is similar to other quick breads like banana bread. Other quick breads you might be familiar with include muffins, scones, and biscuits. When baked, zucchini and banana bread go into the oven in loaf pans. When finished, slice and serve with butter, peanut butter jam, or just plain. The basic ingredients of a quick bread are fat, sugar, eggs, flour, a liquid, a leavening agent like baking powder or baking soda, plus an acid, and flavoring ingredients, which could be spices, fruits, vegetables, nuts, or extracts. So that is a little bit about National Zucchini Bread Day. And so here is our poll. I like this bread best. There we go. I've got them listed now: banana, date nut, monkey, or zucchini. So there we go. So I'm going to like myself. I'm going to share this to all the worlds that I share this to and let them know that I am live. And let's see here. Let's get this cut and pasted. And it is done over here. And then we're going to go over to threads and let me post over here if it'll. Oh, it needs says I need to sign in. I'm kind of a little annoyed. See if it'll let me do it. For some reason, it logged me out. I meant to deal with this. Oh, there, we're back in. That was fairly easy. Okay, so we've got that posted. So let me go over to Discord here, Discordia, and we will share in the spots that I share over there. So we got it over in Mark D with the C's. And whoops, that's not where I want to post it. And we'll post it here. And then we'll post it over in my Promote Yourself. And yay, okie dokie. So we got all that done. Oh, we got some movie suggestions. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Oh, yes. I remember we were talking about that. And I asked Atwood to, he mentioned it. And I'm like, oh, we got to do that one. So that's on our list to watch when we do. So let me come and say hello to everybody that's here. Wow, we got a nice little group of people already. I have 612 subscribers. I got three more last night. Oh, I hope they stay. I have 7 people watching. And how many likes do I have? I have 6 likes. So, Dadman, hit that like button. Usually he's the one that forgets. We have Snorterpoopus Q Burr saying hello and other hello. Let's get this right. Hello, humans and other critters. Hello to you, Snorterpoopus. We have Curtis Selby saying howdy, folks. Mrs.DadmanWalking55, Snorterpoopus. I will be at work, but leaving a like, a comment, and sharing out the stream. Thank you so much, Curtis. You do not know how much I appreciate that. Um, thank you. Thank you for that. We have a Penny um, giving hugs and hugs back, Penny, to you. We have some hellos. We have a Phantom Outsider Hell Chat headed to upstate New York near Syracuse. Give updates when we stop. You have a safe trip. I think you're going with your brother, if I remember correctly. But you guys be safe. Be safe when you drive. And thank you for stopping by and saying hello. We have Stream Elements and Siribot over on the Twitch side. We have a Fallout Dave. Hey, Mrs. Dadman, I hope you're feeling better today, Dave. I hope you are doing well. Like I say, I hope you're feeling better. He was not feeling good yesterday. So, and let's see, we have hellos. And yes, it's Friday. Woohoo! We have Sci Fi Mombi saying hello to you, Sci Fi. I hope your Friday is finding you well. And name we cannot pronounce is wait. There's bread with monkey flavor? How do you know what a monkey tastes like in the first place, unless Mrs. Dadman? What have you been up to? Well, I have many secrets. Many secrets. And you will just have to wonder. And some hellos. And also, what is date nut bread? It's bread with dates and nuts. Hint the name. Not maybe it dated nuts. I don't know. We have Sashi saying greetings, everyone. Good evening to you. I hope your Friday was good. Sashi's 12 hours ahead of us, so he's our future man. And Snorter Poopa says monkeys are delicious. So there we go. I think we have caught up with everybody in the chat. That's our poll. Let's do one quick looky. 100% banana bread with the votes. And I would vote for banana bread too. And the reason I would is because when I was growing up, banana bread was like our snack dessert. Um, my mom would get, my neighbor would give us like a wheelbarrow full of bananas that were starting to turn brown. He worked at a grocery store and he would get them really cheap. And so, I mean, we had banana pudding, banana bread, banana in our cereal. I mean, banana splits, whatever you could have with banana. Okay, but what is monkey bread? Never heard of it before. Okay, I will actually let's see. Let's okay. We'll put this up here. Monkey bread, also known by other names like plucking cake, pull apart bread, and bubble bread. It's a soft, sweet, sticky pastry served in the United States for breakfast or as treats. Consists of pieces of dough, um, of soft baked dough sprinkled with cinnamon, and it's often a mid morning or breakfast food, usually served at fairs or festivals. You take your dough and you kind of as you can see, it's in sections because you kind of like take a bit of it and put it in, and then you put some cinnamon sugar on it, and then you bake it so that you can just pull a piece of it off and enjoy it. I don't know what the other picture is. There it is. See how it kind of breaks off in pieces, and that's why I don't know why it was called monkey bread. It says they don't know why. And they said some suggest that because it comes from the pastry being a finger food. And those eating it pick apart the bread with their hands as a monkey might. I don't know. But sometimes it's, like I said, it's called pull apart bread. But that's basically what it is. Um, And let me look for a recipe of, I like the other picture better. We'll look at this while I'm looking for a recipe of monkey bread. Um, ooh, that's a nice picture. So this is from thepioneerwoman.com. And let me make sure that this, I'm putting this under recipes in our Discord. And I'll put it in here if you want to see a recipe of it. So there's a recipe for monkey bread. You can also use what we have here in the States. I don't know if they have them in other countries, called refrigerator biscuits. They're not cooked all the way. They're just, like they're already made. You just need to throw them in the oven and bake them. Um, and you could also use something like that, pre-made biscuit dough to um, do that. Oh, yes, yes. Lovely Sherry. Let's see. We have a lovely Sherry here saying hello. And to everybody, I know it's not birthdays yet, but give me 1 second. Let me, so this is from your cousin. Let me see if it'll pop up here. It's going to be annoying. I'm trying to find one from your cousin. Here's one from your cousin. See if it'll. I like to make this bigger. Well, poop. I'm going to find one. It's not a bear. There we go. It's being a butt. My life is being a butt right now. Can I tell you that? I don't want a free account. Okay, here we go. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, we are. Oh, no, I don't want to leave StreamYards. Oopsie daisy, I almost did a big boo boo. So let's take this off real quick. Give me 1 second. Put this over here. Do that. And do this. And we'll close this. And as you guys have probably figured out, it's someone's bear day today. Happy bear day, Mr. Snortopoopus Cuber. Happy bear day to you. I hope you have a wonderful bear day today. Yes. Hello. Say happy bear day to, it's Mr. Snortopoopus's birthday today. Happy birthday, Big Bear. Honorary Bear says happy birthday.
Happy Bear Day.
Happy Bear Day. So we have a happy birthday. We have many happy birthdays to Mr. Snortopoopus. And there's another happy birthday. Snuffles and hides snoot in embarrassment. Oh, and he says thanks you to so many people. I'm going to hopefully I get all of them. There, thanks you very much. Um, let's see. And Buddy Hepburn is cinnamon raisin bread. And Dadman says happy birthday a to the Snortopoopus Cuber. And Snortopoopus waves a paw at the honorary bear and thanks you.
Welcome.
I hope you have a wonderful birthday today, Mr. Burr. So, yeah, I think I got everybody saying happy birthday. I hope I did. I hope I did. I know. I saw that this morning. I thank everybody that subscribed. I'm slow. It's like I say, I'll get there. I'll get there. My goal is six. I'm doing small steps. My next goal is 625. So I'm gonna push for that, and then 650, 675, and then we'll get on to 1,000 before you know it. That would be really cool. So a happy birthday, my bear friend. Um, whoops. Let's see. Got to figure out how to. There we go. So Friday, April 25th is today. We are in the 150th day of the 15th day of the year, 115th. 250 days are remaining. And today, as it says, is a special day because it is Mr. Burr's birthday. Not only is it Mr. Burr's birthday, today is license plate day. Yes, license plate day. License plate day is celebrated on April 25th to celebrate the first ever issued license plate in the United States in 1901. Prior to this, there is no official marking or designation of any vehicle. The lack of acknowledgement hurt the vehicle's owners because horses and carriages had more rights and they could be denied access to roads. With the passage of the law, New York became the first state to issue a license plate on vehicles, and the trend was swiftly picked up by the entire West Coast states. Today, there are more than 250 million registered vehicles in the country, and each of them has a unique number plate. So, because of National License Plate Day, those are our um, memes for today. So here's our first just our little meme. It says, "Tell your cat I said," pss, 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 pss. And I love this one. It's a Michigan plate, and it says, "Meow." And Snortopoopus says, "I like big furry butts, and I cannot lie." And Buddy Hepburn says, "Happy birthday to Snortopoopus." Q Burr. So our memes today will be on license plates. He says, "Don't eat too much and turn it into a barf day." No, let's not do that. But he is a polar bear, so he can eat quite a bit. So I think we might be okay on that. I am, for some reason, hot. Whew. Try to get this little fan here where I can feel it. I've got just a little personal fan. I hope you guys can't hear it, but the air does not circulate in this little corner of my life. So here we go. There's our first meme for today. And let's not forget about Chalk Walk in the Park presented by Disneyland. He has raised 285 of the 1,341 goal. He seems to be kind of stuck on that number. So, Buddy Hubbard, if you could put the link out for this, that would be wonderful. Um, and if, like I say, if you can't support them financially, if you could support by sharing it out on social media, that would be fantastic. A wonderful organization, a Children's Hospital of Orange County. And at 1 o'clock, I am going to be building the Rocket Launch Center. I looked at the instructions this morning and all the packaging. It's going to be touch. Oh, it's going to be interesting. We will see. It's going to be a lot more involved than I thought it would be, even though it only has 792 pieces. Um, we will see. We will see. So that is that. And yes, at midnight, we'll be watching Demon City about a hitman who his whole family gets killed. He's in a coma. I don't remember for how many years. He wakes up and he exacts revenge. So I really like revenge movies like these. So I'm very curious to see how this one is. I've never seen it. So we will watch it together and I will either be apologizing afterwards or we will enjoy it together. We will see. That's at midnight. The very beginning of Saturday morning. And then at 10 a.m., we're going to be watching some Saturday morning cartoons. We're going to have the final episode of Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm. And then also some more Super Mario Brothers, Animaniacs, and classic cartoons. Oh, yes, the Michigan. I'm going, the plate. What plate? Buddy, I was trying to figure out what you were talking about. That's how bad my memory was. I completely forgot that that plate was a Michigan plate, which the one he was talking about is this license plate right here. Yes, Michigan has a Michigan on it, and it says meow. I love that. I love that. So clever. So clever. Um, so it is time now for license plates memes. And I'm going to tell you, some of them I could not put up here. I think they were made up license plates, and some of these might be photoshopped, which, if they are, I don't care. I still thought they were funny. Um, but I do think some of these actually made it through. Um, So we will see. And Buddy, thank you for Theme Park Casuals. Link here is that once again, if you guys want to click on it and share it out, that would be absolutely fantastic. So let's check up on our memes for today. Let's see. We have, wait, what? I love that one. What? What? You know what? I keep forgetting. I'm going to start this over again because I've got to clip this for just a clip. So let me do this again so we have a clean clip. Okay, ready? Take two. And now, everybody, here is some license plates memes in honor of License Plate Day. So here we go with some memes. Wait, what? I don't understand what you're asking. Name it cannot pronounce is asking something about license plates, and I don't know. Oh, he hates the Wolverines. Oh, that's why. Okay, this license plate. Okay, I get the joke now. Okay, I don't know. I am not a um. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, this one is a Michigan State Wolverines tag. And it says meow. Isn't that funny? And Buddy earlier said, JT, I'm sure JT likes that plate. Um, and then he says he hates the Wolverines. And that is a Michigan Wolverine tag. But I love this one. Tell your cat I said, pss, 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 pss. I love their little bumper sticker thing on their window and then that tag. So, okay, I get it now. I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow. So, let's see. Our next one is I love this one. I'm sorry. It was a tragedy. And the whole thing was a farce. So I think this license tag is brilliant. Yes, name you cannot pronounce. You can do. They're called vanity plates. They cost extra, and there are some things they do not allow. Um, but if it's acceptable, yeah, you pay extra for it, but you can get a vanity plate. And this one that was just done to annoy people. 8B, 8B, 88B. This one is just evil. This one is just evil. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I would do this. I would do this. Yes, it can, and also the vanity plates, if it can't be issued in that state before they, because every plate has to be unique. So if somebody has already done this in North Carolina, obviously in North Carolina, I can't go to North Carolina and get this tag. No, there are not seven eights. There's an eight, a B, an eight, a B, an eight, and a B. They're not. So that's what's so evil about this one. And this is a simply Steve. Hello, how are you? It's hey, it's someone that that got posted on the internet. I don't know, but I think this is hilarious. Hey, Penny, thank you for listening and have a wonderful trip to Palm Springs. How wonderful is that? I think this one's hilarious. I love it. What's our next one? You can only use this on a legend. Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda. I love it. People are so clever. I'm not this clever. 5EX2407. I do not know if this one's real or not, but what a braggart. Or is he advertising? I'm not sure. Is he available? Or I shouldn't say he, I'm assuming. I'm assuming, aren't I? Maybe it's an advertisement. And referring back to this one, now that's what I call a dedicated gamer. And since when could Zelda drive a car? Oh, and Sherry says, that's a good one. Yeah, I still love this one. I don't know if that one's real or not, but I do like it. Okay, this one is now this one I could see you might be able to get away with. One Direction, it's 370HSSV. But if you turn the license plate over, it says asshole. Oh, oh, only in Texas. That's right, the lovely Sherry. Oh, I just think that one is so funny. I would do this one too. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, yes, only in Texas. Such a nice inversion. Yes. And the Snowy Pooper says, I used to have a tag, not a vanity plate, that said 5EXR18. So you have at least it's 18. They will be not a minor, I guess. Oh, ugh. I don't know. Oh, perfect for a California tag, if I say so myself. And I just did I not? A great book for all you bibliophiles out there. 10 kids. I, I'm sorry. That's a lot. Bragging, I guess. I have 10 kids and I live in Kansas. Ooh, bye. Yeah, that was a one tired mama right here. Ooh, bye. And we have another one, Infinity and Beyond. I love it. But as soon as you got rid of your infinity, you'd have to get rid of the tag. It'd make no sense. Infinity and beyond. Oh. And Wingman. I don't know, Sashi. Sashi, I don't know. Probably. They probably are all their kids. Wingman. Once again, I don't know. Is that his a profession he has where he'll be your wingman or 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 what? I do see he's got a aircraft on his tag, so maybe he's a flyer, huh? But I like that wingman. Maybe he loves wings, man. He likes chicken wings. Oh, it's an F-35. Thank you, Sashi. Simply says, if you had a Dodge Laser with a plate that says tag on it, would it be laser tag? Oh, 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 oh my. I don't know. I think that's funny. You're clever. It's a, hmm, let's leave you hanging. It's a, I think this is a made up tag, but I still think it's funny. It'd be funny if if this was a tag of um, an OBGYN, an obstetrician, a baby doctor, and just had it's a, I love it. Oh. I need to pee. It's an Excelsior. That's what it is. Yes. Uh, it's an Excelsior. You are correct. You are correct with that. But I love it. Let's see. I need to pee. If we had, as Dadman would say, if you had a gaming chair that was modified for a car, you wouldn't have to worry about that. The chair that um, uh, Dadman and Stunning want to make, that's a gaming potty chair. They would have a gaming potty chair 2.0 that is for the car. The the marketing of that. Oh, I wonder if the cops give him a pass if he's speeding. A preemptive tag, yes. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, bye. And those are our memes for today. I hope you enjoyed them, and they were in honor of License Plate Day. Yes, an Idiocracy toilet gaming chair. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I kind of was nervous about bringing it up, but we did. So now it is time for birthdays. Happy birthday to you. And this is for Snortopoopus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. And many more. Let's see who has birthdays with Snortopoopus. And first off, we have Outlaw Bill saying, Happy birthday, Snortopoopus. Hope you have a great day and weekend. So, who else is celebrating birthdays today with Mr. Burr? Let's see here. We have Al Pacino. he is 85 years old today. So Autumn, the producer, has I don't know when their birthday was, but belated birthday to you, Autumn, the producer. So Al Pacino, 85 years old. His career spanned more than 50 years. He is regarded as one of the greatest actors of all time. He's received many accolades. He's included an Academy Award, two Tony Awards, two Primetime Emmy Awards. He achieved the Triple Crown of Acting, which is an Academy, a Tony, and an Emmy. He has also received four Golden Globes, a BAFTA, two Screen Actor Guild Awards, and was honored with the Cecil B. DeMille Award in 2001, which is a Lifetime Achievement Award. He also got the AFI, American Film Institute's Life Achievement Award, and the National Medal of Honor and the Kennedy Center Honors. Let's see, what are some of the movies he's been in? Just keep checking the chat to make sure everything is okay. Okay, Autumn's birthday was yesterday. Very nice. So some of the movies Al Pacino was in was Scent of a Woman, The Godfather, Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, and Justice for All, Dick Tracy, Scarface, Frankie and Johnny, got all the Godfathers, it looks like, or most of them. I don't know. I have never watched The Godfather, nor do I have the desire to watch The Godfather. Um, let's see, Carlito's Way, um, The Devil's Advocate, Any Given Sunday, Insomnia, The Recruit, Ocean's 13, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and House of Gucci. He has acted in multiple productions for HBO, including Angels in America, You Don't Know Jack. Let's see, Hunters. Does a tiger wear a necktie? And the basic training of Pavlo Hummel. He also he also directed. He did a documentary, Looking for Richard. Um, he was in well, let's see. Let me read this sentence. He also acted as Shylock in a 2004 feature film adaptation and 2010 stage production of The Merchant of Venice. He directed and starred in Chinese Coffee, Wild Salome, and Salome. Since 1994, he has been joint president of Actors Studio. So Al Pacino, 85 years old today. Yeah, Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves. Yes. So Al Pacino. Let's see who is our next person. We have Johan Cruyff, a Dutch professional football player and manager. He is regarded as one of the greatest players in history and the greatest Dutch footballer ever. He won the Ballon d'Or three times in 71, 73, and 74. I'm going to tell you, I know nothing about European football. If you look at the pronunciation, simply Steve, on this, the J, it says that it is pronounced with a J. So let's see. He was a proponent of the football philosophy known as total football. He developed with Rinus Michels. He also employed as a manager because of the far-reaching impact of his playing style and his coaching ideas. He is widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in modern football, and he is also regarded as one of the greatest managers of all time. So he did a lot of stuff. I say I don't understand a lot of it, but he is considered one of the greats of a European football. So I put him in here. Um, and if you know him, you know him. But I felt, like sometimes even if I don't understand, I will put them in because I think they're, it's important. Renee Zellweger is an American actress. She's a recipient of various accolades, including 2 Academy Awards, 2 British Academy Film Awards, and 4 Golden Globe Awards. She was one of the world's highest paid actresses by 2007. She portrayed Bridget Jones in the romantic comedies Bridget Jones' Diary and Roxy Hart in the musical Chicago. She gained consecutive nominations for the Academy Award for Best Actress. She won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for playing the loquacious farmer in the war film Cold Mountain. She also was in, let's see, a lot of Bridget Jones. She portrayed Judy Garland in the biopic Judy. Um, she also was in the crime series The Thing About Pam. And once again, a lot of Bridget Jones she played. Some of the earlier roles were Dazed and Confused, Reality Bites, The Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, um, and she also was in Jerry Maguire, One True Thing, Nurse Betty. She won a Golden Globe for that one. So Renee Zellweger, 56 years old today. I know, it's the rest of the world football. I know. I should say, and not American football. That's what I need to call it. Not American football. And let's see, he came with the idea of okay, we're going to go back to this guy because it said there's some stuff here. Sashi said he came with the idea of total football, which is here, and it says it's a tactical system in which any outfield player can take over the role of any other player in a team. The player who moves out of his position is replaced by another from his team, thus retaining the team's intended organizational structure. It's fluid. Oh, okay. What she says is every player needed to take over their other positions. So, yeah, you weren't just like in American football, a tight end's a tight end, the center's the center, and they really don't do anything else. But it sounds like in this, they can switch their positions around. Very, very cool. And should I call it real football because they actually use their feet when playing? We have Ella Fitzgerald. Ella Fitzgerald passed away at the age of 79 years old, an American singer. She is sometimes referred to as the First Lady of Song, the Queen of Jazz, and Lady Ella. She was noted for her purity of tone, impeccable diction, phrasing, timing, intonation, absolute pitch, and a horn like improvisational ability, particularly in her scat singing. So let's see some of her. She did a rendition of the nursery rhyme "A Tisket, a Tasket," which that says boosted both her and Chick Webb to national fame. She had her solo career, and some of her songs were "Dream a Little Dream of Me," "Cheek to Cheek," "Into Each Life," "Some Rain Must Fall," and "It Don't Mean a Thing if It Ain't Got That Swing." Yep. In 93, after a career of nearly 60 years, she gave her last public performance, and 3 years later, she died at the age of 79. She got 14 Grammy Awards, a National Medal of Arts, the NAACP's inaugural President Award, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Ella Fitzgerald. queen of jazz. Scat singing is an improvisational singing um, with wordless vocabularies, nonsense syllables, or without words. In scat singing, the singer improvises melodies and rhythms using the voice solely as an instrument rather than a speaking medium. And it's really hard to do well. It is really hard to do well. We have Jason Lee, actor, filmmaker, photographer, and former professional skateboarder. He is known for playing Earl Hickey in the comedy series My Name is Earl. He also was in the film Mallrat, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Jersey Girl, Clerks 2, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Cop Out, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. He won an Independent Spirit Award for Best Supporting Actor for his performance in Chasing Amy. Some of his other films include Mumford, Almost Famous, Heartbreakers, Big Trouble, Dreamcatcher, and Columbus Circle. Some of his voice acting credits include Syndrome in The Incredibles, Bones in Monster House, and the title character in Underdog. He starred as Dave Seville in the live action animation Alvin and the Chipmunk films. He is a former professional skateboarder. He is also co founder and co owner of Stereo Skateboards. He founded the company in 1992 with fellow skateboarder Chris Dune Pastras. In 92, Stereo manufactures and distributes skateboard decks, equipment, and apparel, as well as producing skate videos. And he is 55 years old today. So Jason Lee, yes, he is Kevin Smith. And Snortopoopus, have a wonderful time. Um, Today, have fun with your errands. Buy yourself a birthday cake, at least a slice, and enjoy. We have Hank Azaria, an American actor and comedian. He is known for voicing many characters in the long-running animated sitcom The Simpsons. He um, voiced Moe, Chief Wiggum, Superintendent Chalmers, comic book guy, Snake Jailbird, professional Frank, Kirk Van Houten, Duffman, Apu, Lou, and Carl Carlson, among others. He joined the show with little voice acting experience but became a regular in its second season. He has won 4 Primetime Awards for his work on the show. He also does live action acting. He was in the quiz show Heat the Birdcage, Godzilla 1998, Mystery Men, America's Sweethearts, Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian, Along Came Polly, The Smurfs, and The Smurfs 2. And he also voiced roles in Anastasia in 1997. His live action television work included recurring roles in Mad About You and Friends. He also was in Tuesday with Maury and Uprising. He had title roles in the Showtime series Huff, the IFC sitcom Brockmire. He has a recurring role on the drama Ray Donovan, and that's where he earned his 6th Primetime Emmy Award. He made his Broadway debut as Lancelot in Spamalot and also played in Broadway in The Farnsworth Invention. Hank Azaria, 61 years old. Simply, she said, it's sad that when you find out that some of the people are younger than you are. What he was in video games. What video games was he in? Simpsons ones, Grand Theft Auto. So the Blue Raja and the Pharaoh with a Lisp. Hank Azaria, 61 years old today. We have Talia Shire. She's best known for her roles as Connie Corleone, excuse me, in the Godfather trilogy, and Adrian Panino Balboa in the Rocky series. So Talia Shire, and she is part of the Coppola family. Her brother is a Francis Ford Coppola. Her nephew is Nicolas Cage. So she is part of the. I did not know that. I did not know that Talia Shire was part of the Coppola family. Talia Shire. We have Gina Torres. She starred um, in the roles including Zoe Washburn in the sci-fi series Firefly and its feature film sequel Serenity. She also was in the legal drama series Suits and its spinoff Pearson. She is recently starred in 911 Lone Star. Gina Torres, 56 years old today. And yes, Hank Azaria, I believe, played Gargamel in the Smurf live action movies. That was Hank Azaria. We have Marconi, Guglielmo, Guglielmo, Glugli, Guglielmo, I can't say his first name. I just cannot get I cannot get it. So anyway, Marconi. Everybody knows Marconi, the Italian electrical engineer, inventor, politician known for his creation of a practical radio wave-based wireless telegraph system. This led to Marconi being credited as the inventor of radio. He shared the 1909 Nobel Prize in Physics with Ferdinand Braun in recognition of their contributions to the development of wireless telegraphy. His work laid the foundation for the development of radio, television, and all modern wireless communication systems. He was also an entrepreneur and businessman who founded the Wireless Telegraph and Signal Company, which became the Marconi Company in the United States in 1897. In 29, he was ennobled as a Marquis by Victor Emmanuel III, and in 1931 he set up Vatican Radio for Pope Pius XI. Marconi, let's see, how old was he when he died? Boo, boo, boo. 63 years old. And she was good in Suits. Gina Torres. I did not watch the American version of Suits. There was um, some of the Suits was done in other countries, and I watched them, but I have not watched the American version. We have Bjorn Elveus, Elvius, a Swedish musician. He is best known as a member of the musical group ABBA. He is co-composer of musicals Chess, Christina von Dove, Duvalmelin and Mamma Mia. He co-produced the films Mamma Mia and Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again with fellow ABBA member and close friend Benny Andersson. He is the oldest member of the group. He is 80 years old today. Bjorn Avius, 80 years old. I always love it when you see that, people that were in bands, the other stuff that they've done. I always think that that's really, really cool. We have Sarah Paxton. She began her acting at an early age. She appeared in minor roles in both films and television shows. Um, she played Sarah Tobin from Greetings from Tucson. She also was in the television series Darcy's Wildlife, Summerland, and some of her other films include Aquamarine, Return to Halloween Town, Sydney White. I loved Sydney White. It's a goofball movie, but it was a good movie. It also I think does it have it's also called what was it called? Sydney White and the Seven Somethings. But yes, it was a cute movie. She was also in superhero movie The Last House on the Left, The Innkeepers, and The Front Runner. Let's see, what else has she done recently? She's done Blonde and Barbarian in 2022. She's done a lot of different television. 24, she's got Based on a True Story, and she was a guest star in NCIS. Her video games, she was Charlotte in whatever Kudelka. So Sarah Paxton, 37 years old today. I don't know if she's related to him or not. It doesn't say. Usually it would say. I do not think she's related to the Paxson, to Bill Paxson. She's the only child. So nope, not related to Bill Paxson. So just share the last name. He was asking if it was just yeah, just the same surname. So not related to Bill Paxton at all. We have Daniel Sharman. He's known for his role as Isaac in the television series Teen Wolf. He also was in the originals, Fear the Walking Dead, Medici, Medici, The Magnificent, and The Weeping Monk and Cursed. He also starred in the film The Immortals. And he is 39 years old today. Let's see, he was in The Fix in 2024. That was last year. He's in A Town Called Malice. That was a TV show or something. Music videos with the Black Eyed Peas and Interpol. 2022 was the last one. So that's what he's been into. So Daniel Sharman, 39 years old. Edward R. Murrow, an American broadcast journalist and war correspondent. He passed away at the age of 57. He first gained prominence during World War II with a series of live radio broadcasts from Europe for the news division of CBS. During the war, he recruited and worked closely with a team of war correspondents who came to be known as the Murrow Boys. He was a pioneer of radio and television news broadcasting. He produced a series of reports on his television program, See It Now, which helped lead to the censure of Senator Joseph McCarthy. Fellow journalists Eric Sevareid, Ed Blythe, Bill Downs, Dan Rather, and Alexander Kendricks consider Murrow one of the journalism's greatest figures. His life has been dramatized in several films, including Good Night and Good Luck, which takes its name from the signature sign-off phrase Murrow used to end many of his wartime broadcasts. And yes, I actually have this movie, and it's was directed by George Clooney. So good night and good luck. Yes, Edward R. Murrow passed away at the age of 57 years old. We have Jay Park. Jay Park is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, dancer, and he is based in South Korea. He is a member of the Seattle based B Boy crew Art of Movement and founder and former CEO of the independent hip hop record label AOMG and H1GHR Music. He is a founder of record label More Visions. Um, he returned to South Korea in June 2010 to film Hype Nation. Let's see what else. He is known for his charismatic performances and stage presence. He's been described as a born entertainer. Um, he is really, really fun to watch. Um, I really, really like his music. I like his what concerts I can see online. But Jay Park, Park Jaebom is his Korean name, and he is 38 years old today. He has been credited as one of the main figures responsible for the increased commercial acceptance and mainstream popularization of K hip hop in South Korea. K pop is really big, but uh, hip hop was not as popular, and it is slowly gaining momentum in Korea. And thanks to Jay Park, among others. We have Meadowlark Lemon. He was born Meadow Lemon the Third. He was an American basketball player, actor, and a Christian minister. For 22 years, he was known as the Clown Prince of the touring Harlem Globetrotters basketball team. He was a 2003 inductee into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. He was ordained in 1986, and in 1994, he started Meadowlark Lemon Ministries in Scottsdale, Arizona. In one of his final interviews, basketball legend Wilt Chamberlain described Meadowlark Lemon as the most sensational, awesome, incredible basketball player I've ever seen. Fellow Wilmington great Michael Jordan called Lemon a true national treasure and a personal inspiration in Jordan's youth. And he passed away at the age of 83. Oh my gosh, Korea beatboxing is amazing. There's a popular group called Beats Pella. I'll have to look that one up. I follow some beatboxers on TikTok, that Korean beatboxers. Oh my gosh, yes. Let me look this up and see if we can find it here. Um, I'm trying to see if I can find their. Um, I want to. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go here. And let's look. I want to try to find if they have an official site. Okay, I think this is their official website. Yes, I'm going to subscribe to it, but I am also going to, I want to make sure that I am at their site. So this is their YouTube channel. I am going to give a caveat and say that um, I have not checked this out at all, but this is their official channel. I'm also going to put it on websites to check out in Discord. Um, so if you want to check that out there. So yeah, I cannot. I subscribe to them, so I cannot wait to listen. Beatbop, Beatbox is just, oh my gosh, so cool. It's not a food related thing. No, it is not. He says, I'm not only the food guy, I'm also the Asian guy. I have watched some beatbox competitions. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. It's amazing. Um, oh my gosh. Who is the guy that sang Don't Worry, Be Happy? All of a sudden, I can't think of his name. Anyway, that's some of that is like a beatbox. We have Wolfgang Pauli, an Australian physicist and pioneer of quantum mechanics. Um, in 1945, after having been nominated by Alfred Albert Einstein, he received he received the Nobel Prize in Physics for his decisive contribution through his discovery of a new law of nature, the inclusion principle or Pauli's principle. The I don't understand. Bobby McFerrin, thank you. I don't understand any of this. The discovery involves spin theory, which is the basis of a theory of the structure of matter. Okay. To preserve the conservation of energy in beta decay, he posited the existence of a small neutral particle dubbed the neutrino by Enrico Fermi. The neutrino was detected in 1956, and he did all this in 1945. Wolfgang Pauli, and he passed away at 58 years old. And yes, the beatboxer Bobby McFerrin was who I was thinking of is probably the closest that I know that a lot of people might know. Basically, you're using your voice for everything, for all the music, all the instruments, and everything. Yes, I know. Alfred Einstein. I meant Albert. Sometimes my mouth gets ahead of my brain. Oh, Connie, that is okay. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here today. And let's see who else do we have here? We have it's actually a Jerome Leiber or Jerry Leiber. He was a he wrote many. Let's see, him along with Michael Stroller wrote numerous standards for Broadway. He also found success. He wrote songs such as Hound Dog and Kansas City. He also wrote the songs Youngblood, Searching, and Yakety Yak that used the humorous vernacular of teenagers sung in a style that was openly theatrical rather than personal. He wrote hits for Elvis Presley, including Love Me, Jailhouse Rock, Loving You, Don't, and King Creole. They collaborated with other writers on such songs as On Broadway, which was written by Barry Mann and Cynthia Wells. Stand By Me was written with Ben E. King. Young Blood, written with Doc Pomus, and Spanish Harlem, co-written by Lieber and Phil Spector. They were sometimes credited under the pseudonym Elmo Glick. They launched Redbird Records with George Goldner in 1964 and focused on the girl group sound, which released some of the notable songs of the Brit building period. They wrote or co wrote over 70 chart hits, and they were inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 85 and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 87. Pentatonics, I would say pentatonics, I would say that I would consider them more a cappella. They do use some beatboxing in their music, but I would consider them more of an a cappella with beatboxing in with it. Because to me, beatboxing is now this is I am not an expert, on beatboxing. But to me, beatboxing is the making the music. Um, the sounds, it's the drums, it's the percussion, it's the strings, it's everything. It's um, and I like I say, I don't totally know the total definition of a beatbox, what a beatboxing is, but I'm gonna look it up. I put beatbox divine instead of define because I'm so stupid. Because my fingers didn't want to type. Okay, so beatbox itself is you use it to create beats and rhythms. So if you have the beatboxing, it's like vocal percussion, they say. So yeah, and maybe a beat Pella House might be the same thing with them. They might have the acapella with the beatboxing. I'm not 100% sure because I have never listened to them. I will listen to them after the stream. So, but yeah, I love acapella too. Um, but yes, you could say I can't say pentatonics. Um, does have beatbox in it, absolutely, because they're totally acapella. Unlike like barbershop, which just is acapella, but it's just vocals. Um, they kind of combine the um, vocals along with the beatbox. We have Paul Mazursky, an American film director. Some of his films um, have been Bob, Carol, Ted, and Alice, The Unmarried Woman, Harry and Tonto, Enemies, A Love Story, of all of those which he was nominated for Academy Awards. Um, he also directed Next Stop Greenwich Village, Moscow on the Hudson, Down and Out in Beverly Hills, Moon over Parador, and Scenes from a Mall. And he passed away at 84 years old. And let's see, Home Free, Man of Constant Sorrows. This is another group. And once again, I have not listened to anything of them. I'm trusting you, Sasha, here. So there is their link. Well, here, let me do it this way. Because, those two that I did, let me do it so you can. I don't understand why it does what it does. There we go. Here is this one. And I'm going to try to do this one again. Let me see. So this actually gives their name. So there's two of those bands there. So we went on a little tangent. Well, I don't like it. A little squirrel. There we go. So there's some of that music there. We have a Michael Van Gerwen. Michael Van Gerwen is 36 years old. He's a professional darts player from where's Dutch, Netherlands. All of a sudden, my geography. He is a Dutch professional darts player. Um, he is currently ranked number three. He was ranked number one from 2014 to 2021. He is a three-time PDC world champion. He won the title in 2014, 17, and 19. He won the 47 professional dart championship or competition. Um, um, let's see, he won 47 the PDC majors, second in the all-time list behind Phil Taylor. He has a record 7 Premier League titles, 3 titles in the World Match Play, Grand Slam, and UK Opens, respectively, 6 World Grand Prix titles, and Player Championship finals on record. He was on the Players Championship finals on a record 7 occasions. He is a joint record holder for 4 European Championships. Wow, as well as the PDC Masters and Series finals, each a record 5 times. He's a 3 time PDC World Cup darts champion, partnering with Raymond van Barneveld for the Netherlands. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest players in the history of the sport and the second most successful player in PDC history behind Phil Taylor. So that's a little bit about Michael van Gerwen, and he is 36 years old today. So they're like a rockapella too. Humphrey did it without instruments. Yes, you're also you're our info. You can be whatever you want to share. Anybody you want to share anything, go ahead and share it. So I love it. I love this. We have also Peter Jurasik. He's an American actor. He was in the sci-fi series Babylon 5. He was in Hill Street Blues, Beverly Hills, and in the short-lived spinoff of Beverly Hills Bunts. He also was in the TV series Sliders. I really liked him in Sliders. So there's some of the films he's been in. And here's his television. A lot of guest spots. Main cast of Babylon 5. And he is 75 years old today. Last son of Kay did some gift donations, gift memberships yesterday, and you were one of the recipients. So you are very welcome. And welcome, welcome. We have Vassar Clements, an American jazz swing and a bluegrass fiddler. Has been dubbed the father of hillbilly jazz, an improvisational style that blends and borrows from swing, hot jazz, and bluegrass, along with the roots also in country and other musical traditions. He was posthumously posthumously inducted into the International Bluegrass Hall of Fame in 2018, and he passed away at the age of 77 years old. And it is Anzac Day. Australia, New Zealand, oh, I can't remember what um, it's the armed forces. It's like America's Memorial Day, remembering the fallen soldiers in the wars in Australia and the that of war heroes in Australia and New Zealand. Yes, And sci-fi loved him in Babylon 5. We have James Lord Pierpont, an American composer, songwriter, arranger, organist, and Confederate state soldier. Okay, he wrote and composed Jingle Bells. That's basically why I put him on here. In 1857, it was originally titled The One Horse Open Sleigh. And he is 71 years old when he died. That would be a trivia question. We have Anja Parson, a Swedish former alpine skier, an Olympic gold medalist, 7-time gold medalist at the World Championships, and 2-time overall alpine skiing World Cup champion. This included winning 3 gold medals in the 2007 World Championship in her native Sweden. She has won a total of 42 World Cup races. And she is 44 years old today. So in the Olympics, she won 6 medals, one of them gold. In the World Championship, 13 medals, 7 gold. In the World Cup, 15 seasons, she had 42 wins, 95 podiums, 2 overall titles, and 5 discipline titles, which was 3 gold, 1 silver, and I don't know what the S stands for. A combined. What is this? Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. For the giant slalom, the slalom and the combined. Sorry, I was reading them wrong. So there's her placings there. Really kind of cool. A lot of gold there. So Anya Parson, 44 years old today. And welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, Australia New Zealand Army Course. Thank you so much. I did not know what the AC stood for. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm getting to that comment. That man is working at home today. He walked by to get a drink of water and he had to comment on this. He said, there's a version of Axis and Allies having Anzac. Yes, there is. And welcome back, Snorta Poopas. Glad you are back. And it says Malaysia does have celebrations for Anzac Day because Australian troops were involved in Malaysia during World War II. It was them, the Indians, and us versus and U.S. versus the Japanese. The British ran to Singapore. And yes, Manhattan Transfer did a similar thing to beatbox, but much softer, harmonizing and vocalizing music, accompanying singing in a jazz blues style. That is true. I remember Manhattan Transfer. And we have, I believe this is our last person, William Melville. He is an Irish law enforcement officer and the first chief of the British Secret Service Bureau. And he was 67 years old when he died. And that's all I have to say about him. I just thought that was kind of, oh, and us, oh, and us, oh, Malaysia. Okay, I'm sorry. It was them, the Indians, and Malaysia versus the Japanese. The British ran to Singapore. Gotcha. Sorry, Sashi. I'll get it correct. Thank you for correcting me. Yes, as in us, the Malaysians. So those are our birthdays today, everybody. I hope you had them. And once again, happy birthday, Snortapoopas. Happy birthday. So it is 1 hour and 30 minutes into our show, 11:30 in our neck of the woods. Let me check out the poll here real fast. We have 12 people watching. Give me 1 second here. always have to refresh this. We have 11 likes and we have 14 votes in the poll. Banana bread is still in the lead with monkey bread second and zucchini bread is in third with date nut bread in last place. Um, so that is our poll so far. We have 13 people watching. Thank you so much for that. And guess what time it is, everybody? It's time for puzzles. It's time to use our brain. It's time to show the world that we aren't lame. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize for that. And Timothy said, date nut muffins are better than the bread. Gotcha. Oh, and the U.S. went up through the Philippines. Gotcha. Dadman could probably opine a little more on that. So here is our puzzle today, our daily sequence. I did solve the current board. And so here we go. Oh, so our first word. So let's see, what are we going to do today? Let's close some stuff here that um, we have. It all is looking good. What am I doing here? Five letter words with four different vowels. Let's see what they have here. Let's see what words we have. Um, let's see what this definition is. Oh, yeah, this one. We'll do this one. Uraei, which is a sacred serpent. Oh, you did? Oh, I missed it. Okay, well, let's look at this before we do any more of the puzzle. So sorry, Sashi, that I missed it. Um, Roti bomb. A traditional flatbread from Malaysia. Let's see if we can find one that, um, let's see if this has a recipe. No, this just talks about it. Let me find the recipe for it. I always like try to find. I like to find one that's dee da dee da. Okay. Sometimes these sites make me nervous because I'm not sure if they're quite accurate. But this is from tasteatlas.com. Roti bomb is a traditional variety of roti flatbread originating from Malaysia. It's usually made with a combination of flour, egg, salt, sugar, margarine, and condensed milk. This sweet and savory flatbread is much smaller and thicker than its cousin, roti canai. Due to the fact that margarine and sugar are layered into the dough, the flavors will be sweet and salty. This folded round layered roti is cooked in a pan on high heat with a bit of oil on both sides. And there still is no recipe here. Well, that sucks. I want a recipe. Come on. I don't, I got a YouTube I don't want to do a YouTube really. Okay, this is a roti bomb with a spiced potato filling. Um, so we'll take this for what it is. So this is the only thing I could find. But there we go. Whoops, I'm going to put this over here in Asian food recipes. So I believe, I'm hoping this has the flatbread recipe and then the filling separate, um, so that you can get the um, in a large bowl, combine the flour, ghee, and salt. Add water, knead until smooth. Cover the dough and let it rest. Heat some vegetable oil and saute the chopped onions, garlic, all around. Add the cumin powder, turmeric powder, coriander powder to the pan. Add mashed potatoes to the pan. Season with salt. Remove from the heat, and you let the filling cool. Okay, now it tells you how to make the um, to make the roti bomb. It says divide the dough into small balls, roll each into a circle, and then they put a filling in it, and then you fry them. But I don't think that's necessarily uh, authentic. The only ones I could find were they're not like potato pancakes. It's um, that is not really a true recipe. The only recipes I see, unfortunately, are in another language, probably Malaysian. We could look at a wait. Here's one. Let's see what's in this one. Maybe this is more accurate. See, these just have, they don't use the condensed milk or anything. They just make it like a basic flatbread. So I don't think this is necessarily correct either. Let's see what this one has. Let's see, these are all, I don't want to look. Okay, this is a vegan recipe, so it uses vegan stuff, but I'm going to post this one. This is a video, and it looks probably a little more um, Food Panda Malaysia. I'm going to post this YouTube because this looks close also. Um, that actually looks more accurate than the other. It is vegan. They use vegan butter and things like that, but I think it can be um, modified. Basically, you're making layers. So it looks good. Uh, wait, I saw that. Wait, I saw it. Where did it go? Okay, here's the Food Panda recipe. Okay, so this is the one I'm actually going to put in the Discord. I'm going to take the other ones out because these are, this one is it. Okay, so I'm going to delete these others because I don't think they're what we want. So I'll keep them in the chat. But this is the one that Sashi was talking about. So that probably, if you want to truly see what it is, that is the correct one. So, but it looks delicious. Yummy. So yum. Posted a lot of things, but this one is the most probably the like Sashi said the most accurate. It's like sweet croissant dough flatbread you make in a pan. I'm going to delete these others if it'll let me. Let's see if it'll let me delete them. I guess it won't. I'm going to delete that one so they don't get confusing. And I'm going to delete that one so it doesn't get confusing. So we just have that one. Um, there. Okay, now we're good. This is the sacred serpent of Egypt. And we have a U, an R, an A, an E, and an I. And there is none of those letters. Why do I start the puzzle with a four voweled word? Because this is a puzzle where you only have so many guesses. And if you can eliminate the vowels first, it will show up in the various other puzzle sections here. So that's why I try to eliminate the vowels, use them first. I try to eliminate S because that's a common letter. T, that's a common letter. And the more common letters that you can get used, that you get a better chance of getting some of the other words. So none of those letters are in here. So the only other vowels we have is an O and a sometimes Y. So I am going to do this word. This will use the S, T, O, and Y. This will use all of our vowels. It also uses an S, which is a very common letter, and a T. And we have an STO, and those are the only vowels that they have. So while you guys are thinking of a word, I'm going to tell you, let's see what. Today is National Hug a Plumber Day. So they're a group of unsung heroes who have brought to everyone in the world the convenience and comfort of life as we know it over the past years. Every day they work to ensure that people have water flowing to their homes, that the toilet washes away the unmentionable results of being human, and that those clothes can all be washed and take away the dirt that had soiled them. And of course, these fabulous people are known as plumbers. National Hug a Plumber Day reminds everyone across the world to sing the praises of these important men and women who make sure that modern living remains clean. And that was from daysoftheyear.com. So hug a plumber. Stomp. We have Simply Steve, Sashi, and Connie saying stomp. And it is not stomp. Stomp is what I thought. Oh, I have a word. I have a word it could be. How about stalk? Stalk. It's not stalk either. Oh my gosh. Stows. It's not stows. How about stood? Uh, It can't be, if we have plumbers are not all they're cracked up to be. And it cannot be storm because if you look, the R and the M are grayed out, which means those letters have already been guessed and they're not correct. So, how about stood? Whoops. Ah, I put that back in. Sorry, my cursor was in the wrong spot. It was stood, Stood. We only have two guesses left, everybody, and we've only guessed the first word. So there is an R, and it is in the second spot because it's green. And they also do an automatic fill down here for the word as we guess. So R, we have an S, an I, a P, and an M. So stood you up. Yep, it did. So let's see. And this is for Dad Man. It's National Historical Marker Day. Historic Marker Day. And yes, we would always stop and read these because we're idiots. We're goofballs. We're Dad Man's a history nerd. Historic markers all across the nation provide a glimpse into the past and preserve history for future generations. On the last Friday in April each year, National Historic Marker Day invites volunteers and communities to come together to maintain their markers. Unfortunately, weather and time take their toll on these small monuments to history. By working together, we not only ensure these markers tell the story to future generations, but we also take the opportunity to celebrate the history and culture they preserve. According to the Historic Marker Database, there are more than 157,000 historic markers preserve history across the United States. Many historic markers are neglected and in need of upkeep. National Historic Marker Day invites individuals and communities to come together to restore and preserve these glimpses into our culture and history. So, National Historic Marker Day. And that was from nationaldaycalendar.com. So, does anybody have a guess? Prism. 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 I think it's prism. Sashi says prism. Connie says I'm with Sashi. And Simply Steve says Texas has a lot of historic markers. And Simply Steve says yes, prism. So we're all in agreement, and it was prism. We have an O. The O is in the third spot. Excuse me. We have a T that is not in the second, and an A, which can be in the first, second, third, or fourth spot. Snorter Poopus. Historic marker. On this spot, nothing ever happened, ever. Keep driving. So we have an O with a T and an A, but the T cannot be in the second spot. Oh, it could be float also. Whoops. Bloat. It was bloat. No, it wasn't bloat. Was it bloat? No, it wasn't. Dang nabbit. But there is an A still. So the A has to be here because the A is not, let's see, the A is not there. So it's ALOFT, aloft. Aloft. It is a loft. We have an AEYB and an M, and we don't know where they go. And today is what? International Noise Awareness Day. It helps spread awareness about the effect of noise on our welfare and health. On the day, several noise pollution related events take place around the country. They include lectures to aim to teach people about the effects of noise on public health. Noise affects people's health, wellness, safety, and comfort. However, most people don't even realize the impact of noise on their mental and physical well being until too late. International Noise Awareness Day aims to teach people what they need to know to protect their hearing and keep themselves physically and mentally fit. The holiday also shows that people can maintain healthy hearing in their old age by taking certain precautions and avoiding specific situations. International Noise Awareness Day. And that was from what is it, nationaltoday.com. And I'm going to say this one right now because they talked about it earlier, Anzac Day, and it says, and this is also from National Today. Anzac Day is one of Australia and New Zealand's most important and revered national occasions. The acronym stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, which Sashi shared with us. This day marks the anniversary of the first major military action the country's forces fought during World War One. With the many commemorative services and memorials available today, Anzac Day is a time in which Australians reflect on the many different meanings of war while honoring those who have given their lives for their country. And this day, um, and on 1915 was the day that Anzac troops landed in Gallipoli, Turkey. After the invasion of Belgium in 1914, war was declared against Germany by Great Britain. As part of the British Empire, Australia and New Zealand were obligated to participate in the war. On April 25th in 1915, soldiers of the Allies started to land at Gallipoli at dawn. The mission was to reach Istanbul and eliminate Turkey from the war and also provide supplies for Russia against Germany. There was a total of 70,000 soldiers, out of which approximately 20,000 were Australian and New Zealand soldiers. As bold as this entire mission was, it reached a deadlock and the troops failed at their objective. The mission was drawn out for 8 months and eventually they withdrew by the end of 1915. In 1915, August 13th was the first day to be referred to as Anzac Day. Let's see. The Allied forces retreated after there were severe casualties on both sides. Reportedly, 2,700 New Zealanders and 8,700 Australians were killed. A year later, the first anniversary of the event was observed by England, Australia, and New Zealand, as well as the troops in Egypt. In the same year, April 25th was officially declared Anzac Day by George Pearce, the acting Australian Prime Minister. By the mid 1920s, Anzac Day became a national public holiday. Sorry, I always get emotional with stuff like that. And good night, Sashi. Have a wonderful evening and a good rest. And we have Max Redstone. Hello, Mr. Redstone. I think it's maybe. You are correct. Maybe. And it is maybe. We have Simply Steve said maybe. Buddy said maybe. Simply Steve said maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Sashi said maybe it's maybe. Let's see. We have hellos. He might be here. He doesn't always. He's not. He might be. Go ahead and say happy birthday. Yeah, it is. There is Snorterpoopus. It also marked the beginning of. It also marked the beginning of the end. It also marked the beginning of the end of Aussies and Kiwis having any faith in the British Empire and its leaders. Yes, it marked the end. So yes, Snorterpoopus is here, Mr. Max Redstone. I get you, Snorterpoopus. I get you. So let's see. Today is World Penguin Day. Penguins are some of the most adorable, lovable, and impressive creatures in the animal kingdom. So why not dedicate a day to these flightless birds? World Penguin Day is a celebratory and educative initiative that encourages people to learn more about penguins and their environment. So World Penguin Day from daysoftheyear.com. And Max says, "Happy birthday to you, Snorterpoopus. Happy birthday to you, Snorterpoopus. Happy birthday to you, Snorterpoopus. Now I'm going to dump some fresh walrus out and run away." And our word, I believe, is purse. Purse. And then we have an A in the second, an ED at the end with a P and a C. Today is National Telephone Day. Around the world, there are 9.82 billion mobile phones, and while some predicted the landline to be obsolete by 2020, there are still about 931 million landlines around the world. So, National Telephone Day from a National Day calendar. And it could be paste or it could be caped. He says, Snowpoop, am I here? Let me look. I may have snuck off without telling me. You have trouble typing, Snorterpoopus. I have trouble talking sometimes. Ooh, so we have paste or we have cape. And the Snorterpoopus says to Max Redstone, thanks to berry mooch. Yum, 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 yum. So, okay, we're going to use the word paste. It can't be paste because there's no P at the beginning. So it has to be caped. Whoops, caped. So we have an ED at the end with an O and an M. The M cannot be in the first, let's see, the first spot. The O cannot be in the third spot. Double typing, so that's why he says he's innocent. So today is, let's see, what else is there today? National Arbor Day. Broadleaf, evergreen, conifer, how well do you know your trees? Now you have a goal for National Arbor Day. America's first Arbor Day took place toward the start of the 1870s, right around the time Congress established Yellowstone National Park. Celebrate nothing less than humanity's endearment toward nature on April 25th, just after Earth Day. How can you celebrate? Plant a tree. Don't print this, just read it, or take a hike and enjoy beauty of nature. So, National Arbor Day, that was from National Today. Ba, 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 ba. Ooh, here's one some people might like. We'll do this one. Figure out this. So we have homed, homed, or it could be moated or domed. Let's try domed first. That's the first word. It was domed. Yay! Then we have an A in the second, an E in the third, and there is an L. Um, and the L can be anywhere, it looks like. Yep. And today, this is for all you guys out there. It's National Lingerie Day. So, no matter what's going on outside, some women really enjoy the fun of wearing a beautiful set of lingerie under their clothing. National Lingerie Day is here as a reminder to celebrate and enjoy this sweet little secret. You can look for a confidence, it says, looking for a confidence boost. You can treat yourself to some intimate apparel that makes you feel fabulous and sexy. So that is National Lingerie Day. How can we celebrate? You can wear some lovely lingerie. You can treat yourself by buying yourself some more lingerie, or you can gift somebody some lingerie. So, National Lingerie Day. And that was from daysoftheyear.com. And we have the word gavel. Gavel. Whoops. L. Gavel. It was gavel. Woo! Thank you. Thank you for that. Then we have a G at the beginning, an O in the middle, a D at the end, and there is an O and an I and an E. The E cannot be in the fourth spot, so the E has to be there. So geoid. Yes, a lingerie. I will eat it, and it was good. And we have a lingerie football league. Yes. So people wonder what we are talking about when we talk about lingerie football league. So this is a website about it. So you guys, if you want to check it out, there it is. Wait, let me do this. Well, so there you go. And sort of purpose. Um, a buddy says he'll pass on wearing lingerie, and sort of purpose prefers wearing the bare essentials. So is it touch football league? We need to know. So we have a geoid, and that is it. Um, Today is International Amigurumi Day. What is amigurumi? I'm going to put this over here so you can see. That is what amigurumi is. It's cross stitching or knitting little animals or whimsical creatures. It could be foods. It could be anything. So that is what amigurumi is. And today is International Amigurumi Day. Knitting and crocheting aren't just for grandma anymore. The basics of these traditional needlecrafts may have been handed down through the generations, but today's versions include fascinating patterns that are distinctively modern. International Amigurumi Day is here to show some affection to these incredible crafts. And this probably is well, I think this is a paid site. I'm not going to do that one. So anyway, you can check out amigurumi, look it up. It's really kind of fun. So we have a prude, Prude, prude. Then we have a beast. And then we have an S. The R cannot be in the second spot, so the P has to be there. So spark. We have a sayer, but I do have one more celebration I do want to talk about. It's Hairstylist Appreciation Day. My mother-in-law was a hairstylist, um, and I told her that today was Hairstylist Appreciation Day, and I thanked her in advance because she did my hair for many years before she retired. Um, Hairstylist Appreciation Day celebrates hairstylists because they are often overlooked for all the jobs they actually do. They don't just cut hair, they also are excellent listeners. Whether we are describing that celebrity haircut we want to copy or talking about our family, spouses, friends, or kids, they act as our stand in therapist and confidant. They are artists, perfectionists, color chemists, angle mathematicians, supportive therapists, and more, and have influence on how we feel about ourselves and how we view others. So, um, Hairstylist Appreciation Day. And I'm going to tell you, they have to take a test every year. They have to be recertified. And I helped my mother-in-law. I helped her do it online. Um, uh, and boy, some of the questions. Woo! Hairstylists aren't dumb either. Some of the stuff they have to know. If you realize that they have to deal with chemicals and mixing things up with all the hair colors and stuff, it's really quite involved. But today is Hairstylist Appreciation Day, and Grandma Man Walking, we really appreciate you. So we have the word sayer, and then we have an O in the second, a C in the fourth, and a T and an N. The T cannot be at the end. The T cannot be at the end. Let's see. And the C is not at the beginning. What is this word? T. How about notch? Oh, I missed this one. I think I'm. Simply Steve said so. Lingerie football. I missed this one. Sorry, Simply Steve. He says so. Is it touch football league? LOL. So we have the word notch. I'm going to kick this up a notch because I've got to stream at 1 o'clock and it is 12:07. So we have a notch, and then we have an E and an F. We don't know where they go with an L and a CK. Let's see. They can go anywhere that you want them to go, but I believe that the E is in the third spot, so it will be fleck. Fleck. Then we have flank, and let's see what we have here. We have an AINT, and we have a QZXJ, or any of the green letters that we could do um, with this. So I believe this word is taint, taint. Then we have an AOR, and then there is a T. The T cannot be in the last spot, so we have a T. So we can use, like I say, any of these letters plus any of the green ones. So AORT. While we're doing it, let's check out the poll. Aorta is correct. So we will put an A here. And then we have an MA, um, and then a blank, and an I with a G and a C. I was going to check the poll here. We have 15 votes. Banana bread is in the lead with monkey bread in second, zucchini bread, and then date nut bread. We have an M and an A. And we have a G and a C. So it is magic, magic. Then we have perch. Then we have ADE at the end with a V. Um, I believe this word is evade. Evade. Then we have papal or papal. Whoops, misspelled that. Then we have an OW, an OMA in the middle with a W and an N. The N cannot be at the beginning, so that has to be a W. So OMA, a WOMAN, woman. Then we have a P, and we have an OT at the end. And Let's see, the I cannot be in the third spot, so it's Pinot, Pinot. Then we have an E and then envoy, fairy, teary, fleet. We are in our last four words here. We have react. Your point being, exactly. We have potty emergency. That's an Animaniacs episode. We have skate. And our last word is set up. We have completed the puzzle in the 31 minutes. We are 2 hours and 10 minutes into our show, 12:10 in my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States. And here are our words today: stood, purse, geo, sayer, taint, evade, envoy, react, potty, fairy, papal, aorta, notch, prude, caped, prism, aloft, domed, beast, fleck, magic woman, teary, skate, set up, fleet, pinot, perch, flank, spark, gavel, and maybe. So those are our words for today. And thank you guys for participating in the puzzle today. So let's get everything back where we, whoops, let's just fix that then. Here we go. At 1 o'clock, we are going to go ahead and, well, 1 o'clock, we're not going to go ahead. At 1 o'clock, we're going to go and do the Rocket Launch Center today as our block party. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be really, really, really cool. Um, so, yes, a porta potty. Yes, we had two guesses left after the first word. I was really surprised. So, I want to thank everybody who was here before I go any further and forget. We had Snorterpoopus Cuber, Curtis Selby, Penny, Phantom Outsider. These are people that participated in the chat. Fallout Dave, Sci-Fi Mombi, name we cannot pronounce, Sashi, the lovely Sherry, Buddy Hepburn, Simply Steve, Outlaw Bill. Did Simply Steve twice. Words and Pictures and Mex Redstone. Thank you all for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Let me look here real quick and let's see. I am going to, let's do this. Give me 1 second. I am going to send you guys over to Figgy Plays. Tell her that I said hi. Let's try to get her to a one. Let's try to get her to 500 subs. So go over there and like and subscribe. Whoops, I put it in the wrong spot. I think. No, I didn't. I did put it in the correct spot. Go check out Figgy Plays and tell her that Mrs. said hi. So here we go. And let's see, what are we else doing? Tonight at midnight or Saturday at the very first part of the morning, we're going to be watching the movie Demon City. Yes, she is at 139 now. We can get her there. Saturday at 10 a.m., we're going to be watching Mortal Kombat, Super Mario Brothers, Animaniacs, and classic cartoons on Saturday morning cartoons. We're canceling a retro TV watch party on Sunday. We're also canceling morning musings on Monday and Tuesday and a Batman animated series primetime TV on Monday. Why? Because we're going to be at Epic Universe down in Orlando having a blast. Now, I think I'm going to probably try to do some shorts that I will do as members only initially about some of our trip down there. Um, so that will be, if you are a member, um, you will get exclusive first viewings of, or not necessarily exclusive, but first viewings of some of the content down at Universal Studio. Um, so really, I'm very excited about that. So, and then after that, 5 p.m. on Tuesday, I'm going to be completing the Staring Kitties diamond painting. Um, Wednesday, we will do morning musings. Um, and then my anime on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Thursday, I putter around in Lego Fortnite or Lego just in general. It could be I mean, not Lego Fortnite. It could be any creative in Fortnite. If you'd like to support me, you can support me with super sticker, super chat memberships, and membership gifting. One of the perks of memberships is getting some first views of a certain content, and that is what I'm going to do this weekend. When we're there, I'm going to do a couple of member exclusive first viewings of Epic Universe. So, really, really looking forward to doing that. Where can you support us? You can buy a cup of coffee or check out my creator's wish list on coffee.com or throne.com. That's Mrs.DadmanWalking55. You can also send us stuff to P.O. Box 26603, Jacksonville, Florida 32226. My streams and VODs, youtube.com at Mrs.DadmanWalking55, Twitch, Mrs. Dadman Walking. My social media is Twix, Miss M. Dadman Walking, Threads, Mrs. Dadman Walking 55, and Discord is Mrs. Dadman Walking. Everybody, let me go ahead and close the poll. Banana bread has won, monkey bread, then zucchini bread, and date nut bread is in fourth place. Thank you, all 14 people that watched. Thank you for the 16 and 12 subs and the 10 people that are still watching. How many likes do we have? I don't know. Let's refresh and see. Thank you for the 12 likes. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. So, everybody, I will see you next time. I will see you in probably about 45 minutes on my build stream, my block party. But in the meantime, remember to be kind, to show love. You're not promised tomorrow. So, go to bed with no regrets. And most of all, I wish you peace. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you guys later. Bye bye.